What's up, Juventini? Alberto here. Got all your Juventus news. All right, Soule getting offers out of Saudi Arabia, but there's a little unknown here happening with Soule that nobody's really talking about that we're going to cover today. All right, then Bremer draws the interest of Manchester United. This sparks a great debate amongst Juventini, and then you have Giuntoli apparently pushing for a move to close out the winter mercato, but who is it going to be? And Max Allegri in fine form, all right, with another great press conference, dropping another beautiful line against Inter, all right, which we will tackle ahead of the game tomorrow against Empoli. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is the AJC. Let's rock. First things first, Soule has received offers from Al Ittihad out of Saudi Arabia for just over 30 million euros. Now, Juve and the player have decided that they are not going to act on this one. However, Juve is open and willing to listen to these offers. Another one is, I just don't believe Soule will go to Saudi Arabia in general. Not at this point in his career, right as it's on the upward trajectory and starting out. I don't see it happening. Now, beyond that, there's a little unknown that nobody's really talking about when it comes to Matias Sule. Even if it weren't Saudi Arabia that's interested, let's say the Prem, let's say other sides in Italy come for Sule. Listen, when he went for loan, all the reports were stating the same thing from him and his camp, and that there was hesitancy and a reluctance to actually go out on loan. We could face the same when it comes to selling Soule, and he may want to stay and fight and return to Juventus and fight for a spot at Juve. That might happen, and this could be a little bit of a struggle for Juventus, and it might shift their mercato strategy in the summer. So that is something to keep eyes on that nobody's really talking about, is what if Soule rejects sales in order to stay and fight, which he wanted to do in the first place, even when it came to the loans. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Gleison Bremer has drawn the interest of Manchester United, and this sparked a great conversation amongst Juventini. And with the ultimate question, what is your number if you're going to sell Bremer? Well, it's hard to put an exact number, but I'm going to tell you right now, if they spent close to 100 million euros on Maguire, I am well above 100 million euros for Bremer, and then we can talk. But the thing is, who is going to come in and be that replacement? I don't have the confidence. So a big chunk of that money is going to have to go in there. I don't think we're going to find another Bremer for 40 million euros. There are talks about Buongiorno. Buongiorno doesn't give me that feeling that Bremer does. So it's very, very difficult when you can get almost half of that capital. Let's say you sell them at 120 million euros, all right? And that's close to 100 in capital, which is massive for only losing one player. But it is one critical player to Juventus, and that's why I say if you can drop half in two young guys in capital, Illing Jr., Soule, not that I want to see them both go, but it's just an example. One of them doesn't even play for Juventus currently. One of them, we don't even know if he's going to amount to anything. I don't know if I have that big of an impact on the club. It's a very, very difficult decision. But when you're talking about that money and 100 million in capital, if something like that were to come around, yeah, it's going to be considered. What I have a problem with is those saying 60 to 70 million, I'm selling him. That's ridiculous. Not even close to where I'm even thinking about moving Bremer. He is massive, scoring 17 goals in Serie A, all right, over the top 5 leagues in the past 3 years. He's only second to who? Sergio Ramos. Absolutely not. A dual threat, an absolute beast. We have to be protected if we make a move like that. But what is your number where you will move Bremer, all right? Hit me with that one in the comments. Now, apparently there is a plan in place for Carnesecchi to come into Juventus to be the backup to Wojciech Szczesny. 15 million euros is the valuation, and that price has never wavered, all right? We will see ultimately if Juventus acts on this or whatnot, but it could just be the same rumor mill coming around with Carnesecchi, and we will have to figure out a game plan for Kean as well, right? If that were to go down, but let's see. Moise Kean, his deal was shut down for Atletico Madrid, but all of a sudden talks have emerged again, and his agent is currently working on getting things done, and there is optimism about finalizing the deal again, all right? So Kean still up in the air. Now, Genoa and Verona are coming in interested in Luis Hasa, all right? And Juve apparently has no interest in selling the player, not even loaning him. All they have on their mind right now is locking him up till 2028, according to Mirko Di Natale. He has made the squad list in the past 2 games. I was hoping we could see him get a few minutes, and I think there was an opportunity there, but we'll see. I believe he will get some minutes in the first team at some point this season, all right? Coop Miners continues to be listed as the move for Juventus. Di Marzio yesterday coming out with the report saying that Juve is pushing and working hard to finalize things. I shared with all of you what I was hearing. The same thing. Juve is pushing hard for a midfielder to wrap up this mercato. Is it going to be Coop Miners? I don't know. But there was rumors that I was hearing that Juve is willing to spice things up with putting money down on the loan before the finalization in the summer, and even offering up a player to go the other direction to get this deal done. I still am not buying it. I can't see Atalanta getting rid of Coop Miners at this point in the season with the absolute dogfight going on for European places. Can't see it. Samardzic, though, maybe that is the guy. But the rumor on the street is that Giuntoli is, in fact, pushing to bring in a mid before this mercato closes. Let's see what goes down, everybody. And then Max Allegri's presser ahead of the game tomorrow. We're going to be live 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, getting you hyped up. And then I'm bringing you a live watch along, all right? So hope to see you all there for that. Now, Miretti will play tomorrow, according to Max Allegri. We have no Rabiot. We have no Chiesa, both out. Obviously, eyes and precautionary measures taken for the big one against Inter. Then you've got Danilo facing suspension with a yellow card in this game. So Max says, I have doubts in defense and even on the wings. He says he's not sure if he's going to be playing Weah. That one I'm not buying because there are reports suggesting that his father, George, is going to be at that match. You can bet your ass he's going to be starting. So Max, you're not going to get that one buy on us, all right? I expect Weah to get the start with his father in the stands, all right? Now, Kean, he says, is still a Juve player, but we have to wait and see. Obviously, open the door for what is most likely to come, his loan to Atletico Madrid. Giallo, he said, is doing well, but we will integrate him and insert him slowly into the fold, all right? Now, he drops before we finalize an absolute beautiful line yet against Inter, all right? So you have him stating that Juve is sinner, okay? And because we are young. And Inter is Jokovic because of the experience, all right? But I don't want to say that and make that comparison because Inter will get angry. Obviously, Sinner defeating Jokovic in that Australian Open, all right? So, Max, fine levels of trolling going on and just adding that spice to the Derby d'Italia, which probably didn't need it, but hey, it's going to be a battle, but we can't slip up. Tomorrow could be a banana peel game, but I doubt it. At home to Empoli, this one should be a win. And actually, I want a rout. To go into Inter at the San Siro there with maximum momentum and confidence. It's going to be a big one. But first, we got to deal with Empoli, all right? You guys know the drill. Hit me with everything you think about the news you just heard here today in the comment section, all right? Can't wait to hear from all of you. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you all tomorrow for all the action, all right? Fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.